What does it mean to forgive and persevere through life's greatest challenges? Today, we dive deep into one of the most powerful narratives in biblical history, the story of Job. A tale of unshakable faith, immense trials, and divine restoration, Job's journey offers timeless lessons in patience, forgiveness, and trusting God's plan. Welcome to Reflections Beyond Time, where we uncover ancient wisdom to navigate modern challenges. Let's explore that today. And if you're ready for more wisdom, give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell. Job's story is found in the Old Testament and begins with a description of a man who is righteous, wealthy, and deeply devoted to God. Job lived in the land of Uz, and the Bible describes him as blameless and upright. He feared God and shunned evil. Job was blessed with great wealth, owning thousands of livestock, servants, and property. He had a large family with 7 sons and 3 daughters, who often gathered for joyful feasts. Job was also a man of great spiritual devotion. He regularly offered sacrifices on behalf of his children, saying, "Perhaps my children have sinned and cursed God in their hearts." This act of intercession highlights Job's role as a spiritual leader in his family. The story takes a dramatic turn when Satan enters the heavenly court. God points out Job's righteousness, but Satan challenges Job's faithfulness, arguing that Job is faithful only because of his blessings. Satan says, "Does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has?" God allows Satan to test Job, but with one condition: he must not harm Job himself. This sets the stage for a series of devastating events. In a single day, Job's world is turned upside down. A messenger arrives with news that his oxen and donkeys have been stolen and his servants killed. Another messenger follows, reporting that fire from the heavens has destroyed his sheep. Yet another messenger tells him that raiders have taken his camels. Finally, the most devastating news arrives. A great wind has collapsed the house where his children were feasting, killing them all. Visual cue: a sequence of messengers arriving with bad news, culminating in Job falling to the ground in grief. Despite these overwhelming losses, Job's response is remarkable. He tears his robe, shaves his head, and falls to the ground in worship, saying, "The Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." But Job's trials are not over. Satan appears before God again, arguing that Job's faith will falter if his own health is attacked. God permits Satan to afflict Job with painful sores from head to toe. Job's wife, overwhelmed by their suffering, tells him to curse God and die. But Job responds, "Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?" When Job's 3 friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, hear of his suffering, they come to comfort him. Initially, they sit in silence for 7 days and nights, a gesture of empathy and respect for Job's immense grief. However, their comfort soon turns into criticism. Each friend takes turns speaking, accusing Job of harboring hidden sins. They argue that his suffering must be a punishment from God. Eliphaz says, "Consider now, who, being innocent, has ever perished? Where were the upright ever destroyed?" Job defends his innocence and cries out to God for answers. His dialogue with his friends forms the bulk of the book of Job, exploring deep questions about suffering, justice, and divine purpose. Throughout these conversations, Job maintains his faith in God even as he struggles to understand his suffering. He says, "Though he slay me, yet will I hope in him." Job's honesty in expressing his pain and confusion is a powerful example of how to approach God with our struggles. Finally, God answers Job out of a whirlwind, asking a series of rhetorical questions that reveal his infinite power and wisdom. God says, "Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand." These questions remind Job of the vastness of God's creation and the limitations of human understanding. Job humbly acknowledges God's sovereignty, saying, "Surely I spoke of things I did not understand, things too wonderful for me to know." After Job's humble response, God rebukes Job's friends for their false accusations and commands them to offer sacrifices. Job prays for his friends, demonstrating forgiveness despite their harsh words. The Bible says, "The Lord restored his fortunes and gave him twice as much as he had before." Job 42:10. Job was blessed with new children, immense wealth, and a long life. His story ends with a message of hope, showing that faith and forgiveness lead to restoration and peace. Job's story is a testament to the power of faith, forgiveness, and perseverance. In the face of unimaginable trials, Job remained steadfast, trusting in God's ultimate plan. His journey inspires us to embrace patience and forgiveness, knowing that restoration often comes after the storm. Let Job's story remind you that no matter the trial, God's grace is sufficient. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the story of Job. If this message inspired you, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Follow Reflections Beyond Time for more biblical insights and life lessons. Remember, trials may test us, but faith and forgiveness lead to triumph. See you in the next video.